Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just real quick before we get started in this video, I just want everybody to please have a seat. Have a seat. I'm waiting. Thank you. And just take a moment and just appreciate what it is that you're looking at right now. Let's just hold on. Let's just take a moment and appreciate. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go one more time. Hold on. Yes. Yes, it's a brisk evening here in New England, yes. I have caviar. I have summer salad waiting for me in my house. Yes. Am I a douchebag? Am I weird as fuck? There's talk. There's talk. Anyways, I digress. Got a message the other day on the good old Instagram from a follower of mine. Her name is Gigi. And Gigi, I do appreciate the message. And she's very concerned and very worried, and I could tell, and you know, at times I have empathy for people, everybody. You guys know that. So she is, okay, just to give you a little background, she's a transgender lady, trans woman, whatever the fuck. Alright, you know what, you guys know what I mean, alright. And she has basically a love interest. Just to put it simply, she has a love interest, and this guy apparently is like really into her, and they're both into each other, and maybe you could say that they're, you know, could be in love possibly, and that's great. But the man, god damn it, fuck off, dude. The man in their relationship has reservations about going public, about, you know, saying, well, hey, like my girlfriend, you know, is transgender, like she's born, you know, like a male. And I'm gonna talk about in this video what I think guys generally like three things that men like they don't want to have to face it, you know, like they don't want to have to deal with it. And I think that there's a few main reasons here as to why that is. And as a man who is attracted to trans women, as a man who has lost friends because I went public with my love for a transgender woman named Chiva, and that was in Cambodia a long time ago. But that's a whole nother story. Like I lost respect from people. I lost clients in my personal training business. They didn't want to train with me anymore. They thought I was, you know, a fag. They thought I was a pussy or whatever it was. Even though, you know, I fought professionally, and it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. But nonetheless, you know, I lost a lot of fans from my YouTube channel. I lost a lot of fans, but at the same time, I got so many more thousands of followers because I was open and honest about what I like, and it inspired other people. It inspired trans attracted men, and it inspired transgender women that, hey, like maybe there's a guy out there that I can meet one day. Maybe I don't have to just resort to Grindr or a fucking gay bar, or, you know, I mean, these seedy ways of getting men. That's ultimately unsatisfying and very unfulfilling at the end of the day. So anyways, let's get to it. I think that just number one, and by the way, like these three examples are in no particular order. This is just something that I thought about and I thought I'd talk about. Transgender porn, like ladyboy, she-male porn, fucking tranny porn, you know, my black TSGF. You know, you have all these different outlets basically for people to watch trans porn online. I apologize, the sloppy cam work today, guys. Sorry. You know, it's just considered to be deviant, because if you go online and you type in she-male wet asshole, not that I've ever done that in my life, of course not. I've never done that. I've never typed in such words at Google, but yeah, you know, it's pretty much all just raunchy, deviant shit. There's rarely like a classy, although I have seen a few. There's really classy, like, you know, like intellectually erotic, you know, tranny porn, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So it's basically, from what I've seen, tranny porn is like a lot of other porn, right? Like it's all deviant, but it focuses primarily on the trans woman, not really being a woman in my mind. They're just kind of like fucking dudes in the ass and shooting big loads and Yeah, you know, with this fucking dick. Suck my fucking girl dick, bitch. It's just like, fuck, alright, well, alright, this is pretty fucking dirty, man. So I can understand why, if you come out public with, hey, my girlfriend's trans, people are automatically gonna assume, oh, you're just dating like what, like a fucking whore, basically? Because that is the, let's be honest, I mean, like, that's typically society's perception anywhere in the world of what a trans woman is like they're whores. And sadly, around the world, and American trans women, if you're watching, you all have it awesome. You all have it, I don't care what color you are, you have it awesome. Okay, you have your American fucking privilege. I lived in Cambodia for 2 years, and I see how, like, a lot of the trans women over there are treated, and what they have to resort to, like a life of, just a total life of crime. And it's just all about survival, and they're not usually trustworthy people. So I just wanted to point that out. I just thought I'd make that, you know, that people's common perception of what a trans woman is, the essence of a trans woman, you know, is like they're dirty, deviant, disgusting people. And you know what? People might think you're nasty. People might think you're nasty just because the word transgender, like, associates with she-male, tranny, you know, transvestite or whatever, drag queen. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who claim to be trans, as I've said, but are not. They're no more than just hypersexual, promiscuous gay guys who aren't good-looking men, but they're good-looking women, so they do what they can to get a man and survive that way. And we all know that's definitely a fucking reality, right? So, so anyways, you know, I think that trans porn gives trans women a bad look, and I think that all porn, depending on the genre and niche, can kind of give people a bad name. And I'm not going to get into it in this video; it has nothing to do with it. So I digress. Point number 2 I wanted to talk about is the most obvious one. Point number 2 is the most obvious one. It's the fear of being labeled as gay. It's the fear of being labeled as gay. And just before I get into this, I was having a conversation with my friend the other night about why I think that society often you know, like, doesn't understand homosexuality like male homosexuality. And I think that it's not so much that people get grossed out by the gay sex, like man-on-man sex, because people already know that, like, oh, they're gay, they like to fuck each other, they suck dick or fuck each other in the ass. But I think what makes people the most uncomfortable with male and male intimacy is the intimacy. I think that like, to imagine imagine, like, straight guys watching this video, if fucking any, like, holding hands with a man and looking him in the eyes and saying, I love you. You know, to a man, it's like that is tough for people to get. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, people are going to assume you're gay because you're with somebody who's got a penis. Presumably. GG, I don't, you know, whoever's watching, I think it's fair to say that most trans women are pre-op. I think that's fair to say because a lot of trans women, you know, they just don't have the money to, like, a fucking, what's her name? Katie Jenner or some. That's for another video. She's not a very good example of what a typical trans woman is, at least in America. I'm digressing. You don't want to be seen as gay, man. And I totally get that. And people will say you're gay. It's a fact. People are gonna say that. There's some ignorant motherfuckers out there, they're gonna say it. But something to think about is I've met plenty of gay men in my life, and not a fucking one of them is attracted to trans women. I've asked plenty of them, I'm like, hey man, you know, would you ever fuck, you know, I was just joking around with them, but I was like, you know, would you ever bang a, like a lady boy or whatever, because it was in Cambodia, and there's some hot lady boys in Thailand and Cambodia. It's just true, there just are. And they were just like, ew, my god, tits? I wouldn't even want to see her fucking gash between her legs. He liked to call it a gash. It's pretty fucked up. Her tits, I hate tits. But yet so many people would just say, oh, well, that's a trans woman, you know, she's got a dick, she's born a man, she's a dude. But yet gay guys who want to fuck dudes have no interest in fucking trans women. And I can be honest about this and say that I've been topped by men. I've bottomed, you know, I've topped other men rather. I've topped
you know, biological women pussies, and I've topped trans women, and they're all different. They're all different experiences. You know, I've fucked dudes in the ass, and it's not the same emotional experience. It's not the same physical experience. It's not the same psychological connection I have. And the way I've always kind of said this to people, this is just like a little side note about why I think I prefer trans women, is because with men, I only get off on the sex. It's not, I have no emotional connection towards men, really. I don't want to like make out with you. I don't want to fucking cuddle with you and like play with your hair and shit and fuck, you know, just all that sweet stuff. But yet with a female with a pussy, this, I don't really enjoy the sex that much. Like, they turn me on because, you know, like, I like women, but something about a trans woman, it's like a woman, but, you know, not exactly. And it's certainly not a man. So that's just something that I thought I'd say. And, you know, basically it seems like with trans women, I can enjoy myself fully sexually, and I can enjoy myself fully, you know, as far as like an emotional relationship, an emotional connection goes. Does that make sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying, y'all? I hope so. So with that being said, you know, like I said, dude, fucking a guy is nothing like fucking a trans woman. It's just not. Every guy I fucked in the ass has been dirty. Every trans woman I fucked in the ass, minus that ladyboy prostitute in Phnom Penh, that was pretty nasty. But my girlfriend, she was squeaky clean all the fucking time, and it did not feel like I was banging a dude at all. It was awesome. All right, so last thing I want to talk about here, fear. You know, and I kind of touched on this earlier, fear of losing friends and family. Now, basically with Gigi, and this is pretty much whom I'm doing the video for, and everybody else who has this problem, she basically said that she's with this guy, and she really likes him, and he really likes her, and they want to be together and all that good stuff, but he doesn't want his family to know. He doesn't want his family to know that he's with a trans woman. Now, I could sit here and say, well, then he's not the right guy for you. I could sit here and say that. And, you know, like, that is kind of true. I mean, right? That is true that if he's basically going to be ashamed of who he's with, then why be with him? I mean, that maybe you should find a new guy. So there's that school of thought, which I get it. Like, you don't want to lose a good guy. I got it. But, you know, I've been with people in the past, and it didn't work out, and I thought the fucking world was over, and then I met someone way better, you know, who actually wouldn't have been ashamed with me. You know, like, when I was with my ex-girlfriend Shivat, I was like the first guy, the only guy in her life, as far as I know, that was totally open about it, and held no, like, I give zero fucks at people now. You know, like, as long as I'm attracted to you, like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. So, you know, I like I said, like, I lost a lot of fans from my channel when I went public about it, but I gained so many more, and I gained so many fucking opportunities because I got so many trans fans now across the world that contact me on a pretty regular basis, and that's actually the whole reason I'm here in Maine, because the person I'm staying with is trans. They like my videos. They like how I speak about it, and they invited me here to live with them and help grow weed and just have this cool fucking experience here in Maine. So I'm doing it. And that would have never happened if I was ashamed and I kept, you know, and not just coming to Maine, man, dude. I've had a lot of opportunities, and I met a lot of cool people because of the videos I put out the videos I put out about trans women. And the fact that I can inspire. And I think that whoever your boyfriend is, Gigi, I don't know if he's watching or whatever, and all due respect to you, man, I think that you'd be doing yourself a huge disservice to be ashamed of the person that loves you and that you love too. Man, you gotta face the music, and if you really want to be with this person, like, you gotta be honest about who you're with. And by the way, your girl is fine as fuck. Let's just be honest, like, Gigi, you're fucking sexy. So I don't know why your boyfriend would ever wanna that's crazy to me. So look, man, people are gonna talk shit about you no matter what. If I put out videos and I talk about Cambodia, people are going to say, oh, come on, man, we're tired of hearing about that. Talk about something else. Okay, I'll talk about growing weed. Oh, come on, man, we don't want to hear about that shit, man. Fuck up. Okay, I'll talk about trans women. What the fuck? We don't want to hear about that bullshit. So it's like, no matter what I do, people talk shit. No matter what you do, people are always going to fucking have a reason to hate on you, man. It's just how it goes. So you're going to have to face the pain either way. So what I would do, man, and I'm talking to, you know, your boyfriend or whoever the fuck, and just any guy watching who's with a trans woman who is ashamed to do it, man, you are going to inspire so many fucking people if you just say fuck it and just be who you are, like who you like openly. And let me tell you something, if you lose friends over it, they're not your fucking friends, man. They're not your friends, so good. So now you know. Same with your family. If your family's going to disown you or whatever because you're with a tranny, fuck them. Fuck them. It's your life, man. Be happy. And that's what I have to say about it. So I can talk on this more. If you guys want to shoot me an email and maybe maybe there's something that I didn't touch on that you want me to be a little bit more specific about, it's nojokestriking@gmail.com. Bitches. Instagram @BraytonHoward. Also, I would greatly appreciate if you guys would sign up on my Patreon page. I put up content there, a few videos every month, and that's a way for me to kind of support, or you guys to help support me a bit. You guys can donate $1 a month, a few dollars a month, whatever, and it goes towards my video cost. It goes towards me living my life, and it just helps supports me. And I put out videos all the time, and I feel like I help people, and I'm pretty inspirational some of the time, and you know, you guys can show your appreciation by donating. No joke here, a couple of pretty pennies, I sure would appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. Just keep watching my stuff. And Gigi, I hope, you know, the situation with you and your boyfriend works out. Any trans, amorous, whatever men out there, you got to stop giving a fuck. I stopped giving a fuck a long time ago, what people thought, and shit's been working out just fine. It's been working out great. Some people are going to hate on you for it, but they're just jealous. They're just jealous because they can't be honest like you. So I hope that spoke to some people, man. I love you all. Peace.